I'm Mia, and yes, I know my forehead is red. You really don't need to bring it up. I did put a little bit of color deposit and conditioner in my hair last night when I took a shower, and I wasn't as careful with it as I thought, but I'll get it off when I take my makeup off, but whatever. So I actually want to do one of my favorite color stories, which, believe it or not, is kind of like a chartreuse swampy kind of green. I know, most people don't like that color. I love it when it's in eyeshadow form. I hate that color everywhere else. Eyeshadow, fantastic, beautiful. And it's like, I feel like it's a good springtime color too. And even though it was 40 degrees the day that I was filming this, spring, you know? So I am starting off with the Cosmic Brushes Muse palette because the color story is gorgeous. And then these two shades, and then this shade, and this shade. This is a really good shade. I like the perfect colors for this. So on a slightly rounded, dense brush, I'm taking a little bit of filigree, and then the tiniest bit of willow, and I'm going to start pulling that down on the outer corner of my eye. Like usual, I do already have concealer and stuff laid down, so it is fine. I kind of want to attempt a halo eye, but I'm awful at them. Like, there's a reason I do the same shape that I always do, and it's because I legitimately can't do halo eyes without it looking funky. So, I stick to what I know sometimes. But, going on this side. It's weird because I usually start with the lighter colors, but I don't know what I'm doing today. And I'm also just blending this lightly into the inner corner and across the crease. Very lightly. I think I'm going to keep it a little more rounded than I usually do, so I don't want to blend it out too much on the edges. Or I'll just do that with the other color. And with a large fluffy brush, I am taking the shade Water Lily, which is the gorgeous chartreuse color in question. My wisdom teeth have been coming in for like the past year, so recently my teeth have just not felt right in my face, and I hate it. But I am blending Water Lily into the edges of that like mossy color we put down earlier. Well, I put down. I don't know if you're ever gonna do this look. And I am just going in with a second layer of Water Lily. And as I film this, it is Monday, which means it was my errands day. I just bought snacks. I'm gonna be so for real. I literally only bought snacks and food today. And a Monster, but that doesn't really count. I need caffeine one way or another. And then I'm just going to kind of deepen the outer corner a little with the shade Pine, which is a slightly more blue-green based color, but it is deeper than the other ones I already put down. But I'm just using it to like reinforce the dark colors that I put down earlier. And again, I'm being very light with my hand because I don't want it to veer into like blue color. I still want it to be kind of mossy and swampy. I am taking the NYX glitter glue and I am just going to put some down across my lid. That way there's a base for my shimmers to stick to, and it will help intensify them too. Just using my finger, mostly because this is like very sticky and I don't want it like in my brushes, and it feels weird when it's on a brush on my face. And then with the shade Neutron Star from Terra Cosmetics, I am focusing this closer to like the edge of where the darker shadows are, and I'm gonna leave the inner third of my eye open. That way I can go in with a lighter shimmer after this. but this is kind of like more electric green, and there's like the tiniest reflective like pinky purple. I love Terra Moon's, right? I love Terra Moon's eyeshadows. They're some of like my favorite like indie brand eyeshadows. Them and Clinota. I unfortunately don't know how to pronounce the name, but it's like a Canadian brand. Since I like doing a lighter inner corner, I am taking another Terra Moon's shade. This is the shade Caron. It's like a more iridescent yellowy green tone. So I'm just gonna pop that in the inner corner and layer a little over where we put down the other shade, just so it blends. See? It's funny, the first time I placed a Terra Moon's cosmetics order, I literally only placed an order with shade names that were Greek mythology related. But in my defense, they have a lot of them. And I'm a huge Greek mythology nerd. I have a tattoo of Artemis on my arm. And yeah. Well, technically it's the bust of Diana, but let's be real. The Romans just stole the Greek gods and changed their names. But what do I know? But this is actually all it for the eyes. Very quick, very simple. Well, simple in terms of shape and blended, not simple in terms of color. But I need to put on some lashes and I'll be back to doing base. I'm back with some lashes on. I am going to go in with the Paula's Choice Pro Collagen Peptide Plumping Moisturizer. This was gifted to me, but I really like this to the point that I'm thinking of putting it in my makeup bag for my New York trip, even though that's not until July. But it just gives my skin a little boost of hydration, and it's like a gel-like consistency, so it's better for more combo oily skin. And I just like it. But that's another thing. I need to figure out, because I have a specific vision for the makeup I want to do when I'm in New York. I want something very kind of glowy and dewy that's not going to transfer. And yeah, I did buy one of the Milk stain sticks for the Sephora sale, and I also bought one of those Haus Labs highlighter sticks they just came out with. So like I have a base routine that will make my concealer stay all day. My issue is just stain my cheeks and my lips, because that's always the first to go, especially with blush. Blush is evil, and no matter how much you put on, it will be the first thing to go, which is why I'm trying to invest in a stain. So I'm gonna play with a few techniques over the next few months and hope for the best. But if this is what I think it is, I also have a new primer to use. Full disclosure, this one is also gifted to me. Again, if this is what I think it is, I've gone way too many packages within the past few days between things that I bought, things that were sent to me. What are you? This is exactly what I wanted. Nice. This is new from When Wild. This is the Prime Focus Clingy Serum Primer. And now that I'm thinking about it, if this works, this may be what's brought with me, because I don't want to bring like a foundation. I just want a concealer. I just want to look good. I don't have great skin, so I just want something. I want to be a clean girl for the trip, essentially. Not really, because I'm gonna go ham on blush, but like I have a vision. But if this really does cling, I may need this. Apply a thin layer of primer onto clean skin. Allow 1 minute to set before makeup application. So, general. I'm more hoping that this doesn't break me out. I'm also hoping that this is going to come out of the pump at one point, but that's how new makeup products work, unfortunately. Come on. I'm just going to wait a few minutes.
3 hours later.
This has finally come out of the bottle. 8 business years later. Oh, this is... I'm gonna pat this in instead of rubbing it in. It didn't even come out on this side. This is very sticky. Like, I've tried the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, and I've also tried the e.l.f. one, and oh my god, this is... I'm gonna need to wash my hands. This is not... I hate the way this feels. It is such... Oh, I hate this texture. Again, try to press it in as much as I can because... Oh, I really don't want to redo my base. Alright, this... I need to wipe my hands and I need to let this sit. This also does have 5% niacinamide, so if you're one of the people whose skin doesn't like niacinamide, or you don't like niacinamide / are tired of it, this may not be for you. Oh, my hair is stuck to my face. My hair is clean too. Like, I washed it last night, hence the stain on my forehead. But this is just rude. So for foundation, I think I'm gonna go in with the LYS foundation stick. I don't know. I've never had a foundation blend out well while using a grippy primer, so maybe a stick foundation wasn't the best idea. I'm also gonna go on the back of my hand just to wipe off any primer residue that might be on here. This is in the shade LN3. It's light neutral. It's a little, actually, this is a better match than usual. Usually it's a little too dark for me, but the other shade lighter is way too light for me, so I'm gonna risk it and go in with the brush. Usually my foundation looks better with a sponge with this light grippy primer, but I don't have any clean sponges, so I'm gonna carefully do this. Also, the only thing I'm semi-concerned about makeup-wise for my New York trip is it's gonna be really funny if this is the first time that my face gets tan and then I go to put on my makeup and it's the wrong shade, because I cannot tan. My father can tan. He's 75% Italian. I hope he can tan. My brother can tan. My mother's gotten the ability to tan within the past 10 years. My arms get a little darker, my face stays the same. So it's gonna be really funny if this is like the first and only year that I tan and my concealer doesn't match me. But I'll cross that road in July, I guess. But like with the milk jelly stain and the Haus Labs highlighter stick, I just want to give it time for me to get to know these products and if they work, especially the stain, because that's my first time trying it. I haven't tried the jelly stains just because I haven't had any reasons to, and in the summer I can get a base down. My base will not move, but if I'm not doing like a full-on face like I usually do for like brunch in the summer, I want something that will go better with like a lighter makeup. Alright, moment of truth. Obviously it looks fine in my camera, but... Oh! Actually... This by far isn't the best my foundation has ever looked, but it's the best it's looked with a grippy primer. Usually it clings right like in the entire center of my face, but this is not happening, so I obviously have to use it a few more times and test it out with the products that I do plan on using, but this might be a contender. And for concealer, I'm going to go in with the Haus Labs Trichlone Skin Tech Concealer. This is in the shade 01 Fair Neutral. This is one of the concealer contenders I'm thinking of bringing with me. I'm either bringing this one, my Huda Beauty one, or my Comfy Beauty one. I haven't done like a real wear test for the Comfy one, especially in the summer because I got it in late fall. But this and the Huda Beauty one last really well, so. And this one makes me look like I drink water, so it might be this one. And I'm just gonna blend this in. And I'm also going to try to put a little more up here to try to cover up some more of that redness. Again, I'll deal with that when I go to take off my makeup, and I'll just go extra hard with my micellar water. I do plan on going to Marshall's and or TJ Maxx after work sometime this week. Actually, no, I'm out relatively late all week. Maybe next Saturday, because I'm out at 3, because my manager has me working 420, because she's like, oh, 420, wheat holiday. I don't think she realizes it's also Easter on 420. So, but I'm not young. I don't have any reason to celebrate Easter. I'm also not religious, so I really have no reason to celebrate Easter. So I'm going to go in with the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Contour. I've said before and I'll say it again. This is not a contour, but this is in the shade Gentle, which is the lightest shade. This is a little more neutral warm, which is fine, but it's not a contour. This smells like something. This is also relatively sheer, so I may need to go in with more after, but we'll see. And I'm just going to do a quick run over with my foundation brush to tone it down a little, because I don't think I needed that much actually. Now for blush. I have a really bad habit of either going in with peachy tones or kind of like nude tones when I do like this specific shade of green. So I have like a new kind of like rosy brown nude color, but I don't know if I want to switch it up and go in with like a raspberry color. I am probably going to butcher this. This is from Her, H-U-R. This is the Moist and Pool Blusher in the shade Rose Brown. Now, I got this on YesStyle, and even if I don't use this specific shade, I want to make a disclaimer. He who shall not be named, that is treating this country like a dictatorship, is putting tariffs on everything, including an island that is populated by penguins mostly. No one said they were the brightest bulbs. I got this on YesStyle, and from what I've seen, I'm obviously not an expert, but the tariffs that are being put into place for places like China and Hong Kong and general East Asia seem to be, and follow me here, it goes into effect for purchases under $800. They apparently start to go into effect on May 2nd. Now, it's going to be either $25 per item, 30% of an item, or 50% of the package total. None of those numbers make any sense. So, if you're a big fan of K-beauty or buy a lot from Asian beauty brands, you might want to do it soon. I am very lucky that I got this when I did. I did think of placing another order, but I don't know when it would come because it's the 7th. When I film this, it'll be, what, the 12th, 13th? No, not the 12th. It'll be the 11th when I post this. This did take about 2 weeks to get to me. So, if I place another order now, between now and Sunday basically, it's pushing the limit a little. So, if you can, if you like buying from YesStyle and Olive Young, and especially if you can get expedited shipping, I would highly recommend it. Because who knows what will happen between now and May, basically. Especially because he keeps flip-flopping on all of his tariffs and has been for the past, when was January? 2-3 months ago? This is exactly why I got a new phone January 1st. I'm not stupid. This is from Rare Beauty. This is the new matte bouncy blush. This is the shade Thrivin', if I can open this. This specific shade was sent to me, but I did buy a shade during the first access in, what was it, February? Yeah, it was relatively, it was like before these launched. But I bought a shade then before this came to me. And I liked it then, and I still like it now. Again, disclaimer. I'm gonna take a little. I'm gonna bring it under my eye a little too. It's funny because until recently, I did not like kind of berry toned blushes on me. Especially because a lot of them lean pinky red, and I feel like they're just a little too intense on me. But I really like this shade. I think it looks pretty okay on me. And I've learned I know how I can go in with like a slightly lighter hand, but this will still be pretty bright on me anyways, because I'm very pale. So deeper colors will automatically look brighter on me anyways. It's funny, this is the blush formula that I like the most from Rare Beauty. Recently I've realized that I didn't really like the liquid blushes, and I never really liked the Mountain Balm blush, but I had a shade that I really liked, so I just kept using it. And the powder, the shimmery blush, it's basically a highlighter. I like that as a topper, but not by itself. So this, yes, I know I'm a little wild. I need to fix this. So with my foundation brush, I'm just going to take it and go a little over here, just to kind of fix. Forgot my nose. Say lovey. And then, this is actually what I really want from YesStyle. This is from the brand Joycee? Joycee? Again, I am butchering this. I am sorry. I forgot to look up how to pronounce these brand names before I started filming this. But this is the Jelly Highlighter Stick. This is what I really wanted. I have mine in the shade 3. I'm going to very lightly tap this into place because I don't want it to disrupt any product underneath. But it is this beautiful jelly highlighter. I actually think this, depending on how I feel about the Haus Labs highlighter, this might go in my New York bag. This is beautiful, and I can only imagine how pretty it's going to be on a more natural base. So, I'm just going to tap in that just so there's not any like little round circular marks. And I am going to make sure to wipe this off before putting the cap back on, just so there's no pink tints on it. It just gives this gorgeous like lit from within look. Just feels like cooling, and yeah. See? Look at her. I'm gonna go in with the MAC lip pencil in the shade Cool Spice. This is not cool whatsoever, but it's fine. Oh, and I did buy the dress that I'm gonna wear for Broadway. I don't own a lot of dresses or girly clothes, but it's not in a Adam Sandler lesbian kind of way. It's just I have a really weird body type. I'm very short. I have a short torso, I'm kind of chubby, and I have big boobs. So things don't fit me very well, which is why I just dress in slightly oversized shirts and sweatpants. But I'm trying to break out of that, and there was a dress that I've been looking at. It's on the slightly stretchier material side. it looks perfectly fine, and has pockets. But it went on a flash sale for like half off. So what was I supposed to do? Wait until like May to buy it? Nonsense. I spent way too much money today. I got that. I got, you know, my groceries and stuff. I did also buy myself a bundt cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes. I didn't get anything at Trader Joe's. I was responsible. I looked, didn't get anything. I feel like I did something else. But yeah. This is from Refy. This is their lip blush. I really like this. I like that like kind of sheer matte blurry lip vibe. I mean, yes, I know I'm wearing a lip liner, so that kind of defeats the purpose. But I still like the appearance of it on the lips. And this is in the shade Orchid. So I'm just going to lightly tap. It's the closest thing I have to like a raspberry type color. I did get one of the, I don't know what it's called, but it's from that Violet FR brand. They just came to Sephora. They have like a kind of neutral raspberry berry shade, and I think it would go well with this blush, so I got it during the sale. I think I got my things. I got that. I got the Haus Labs highlighter stick. I got the jelly stain from Milk, and I got the Josie Marin. Is that the brand? It's a kind of citrus body lotion, so it can go with my citrus perfume that I have, because I like layering. I like making things last long. And last but not least, I am taking the Glow Reviver Lip Oil from e.l.f. This is the Jelly Pop one from the watermelon collection they did. It's just a little pink. There's some shimmer in it. Just tie this together and give it a little pinkier tone on the lips. I need to go fix my bangs, but I will be back in a second. So this is the finished look. I actually like it. I'm very glad I didn't go with my usual peachy or like nude kind of shade with this color. I mean, I like the eyes. That's not that big of a surprise. Like I said, I really like these colors. I don't know why. It's like very Shrek, but like, you know, it's cute. She's cute. I do actually like the way this primer is making my foundation and concealer sit. A little surprising. Like I said, I've never had a good experience with a like proper grip-in primer, so I need to do a proper wear test on this, but I'm not mad at it so far. But yeah,